Hello and welcome back to Humankind, 2021's hot new historical Forex strategy game. I'm of course your host JumboPixel, and we are picking off with part 2 of this very juicy playthrough. Last time, in case you missed it, I spent a very long time in the Neolithic era. A very long time, but it paid off. We had a wonderful ancient era, we surged through as the Greeks, and now we're playing as the Khmer in the medieval era. Anyway, let's jump straight back in to where we left off. Gonna quickly heal up my poor scouts and send them back down here just for a cheeky skirmish, right? We'll bait this unit onto this river just like we did last time. The poor Celts. Their unit's obviously stronger than mine, right? Because they've got their runner. Although actually, no, we're actually fairly evenly matched. Let's just take them down. Stepping out there, they've stepped off the river, but they've allowed me to really properly encircle them, so that's a fairly safe victory. I'll just defend with this unit. Let another one do the do the heavy lifting. And there's a cheeky militarist staff for us too. Love to see it. Thank you, neighborino. And let's keep attaching stuff. We've got influence to burn, let's do it. Let's keep building big cities. Ooh, nom. And actually, we should probably introduce ourselves to our neighbor. Hello, little cur. It is I, your friendly neighbor. Shall we engage in trade? Oh. Well, stuff me then. Oh no, look, they've come back with a vengeance. We're gonna have to run. Oh dear. Not ideal. Sneak through into this territory and try and claim it before the Celts do. Just thinking I could do it this turn for an 11-5. Yeah, actually that's totally fine. Let's quickly grab this 11-5. There's my hoplite, which I might just send straight out toward the coast because I see... actually, we don't want to go into the water while that thing's there, because that will destroy me. Might just have to wait. Oh my goodness, and it's finally time to claim a wonder. Now, we could go for an early Hanging Gardens of Babylon. Reason being, we could actually build it on our silk because we do already have 3 out of 6. That would be a great industry buff. Mausoleum of Halicarnassus has been nerfed a little bit, and we probably don't need its science. The other one, of course, right, Pyramid of Giza, minus 25% cost on districts forever. Arguably could be better than the Hanging Gardens of Babylon. I'm going to take the Pyramid of Giza because I think that we can probably rush patronage. Maybe, right? So I'm going to rely on us being able to rush patronage, and I'm going to grab the Pyramid of Giza. Boom. And continue my great land hoovering up by moving down to the south here. Oh, and these guys have made landfall in a foreign land called Nock. Very good. There's our second hoplite that we don't have huge plans for. We might actually send it down here to reinforce this poor army of scouts. A little bit of extra strength because there is a bit of tension around this border. Just a little bit. As I say, quickly back to this unit, keeping my watchful eye on this foreign boat. What way are you going? Right toward me, perhaps. Eek! Oh, now you'd like to trade luxuries. Yeah, let's do that. Give me that salt, baby. Give me all of that salt. How do you have almost no luxuries, yet a 41 pop city? What are you doing? And there is land right next door to Nock that we can claim. I haven't seen a lot of it, but let's smash down an outpost right here. And quickly... No, I don't care about my stars, I just need to disembark. Ooh, okay, there we go, right. We made it here, and honestly, I think we probably just place a very poor outpost down. More for the future strategic resources, which are likely to be oil and so forth. Let's get +5 science from our holy sites, I think. I'm going to pay for that, because that's a pretty good upgrade to our holy sites. We've got 2 of them already, so it's +10. I mean, you know, it's not super fantastic, but it's good enough. Let's also get the mighty Pyramid of Giza down. It will connect tiles around it too, so its placement is quite important. Its placement is also important for allowing us to spread our influence. So in many ways, it could actually be better to build it on the front line, like a territory where we border our neighbor, to try and increase our influence. So let's do just that. Let's head up to this extra city that we hoovered up from the barbarians and place down a Pyramid of Giza. Ideally it would be sort of up around there, but that's okay. Let's do it down this way. Near this outpost perhaps. Yeah, like down around here. This looks fine. Let's place the pyramids there and get every bad boy in the Empire working on those. 2 turns, not terrible at all. And let's claim some of this land down south here too. Okay, we have now got enough stars to move through into the next era. We've already lost the Mongols, the English, and the Aztecs, so it leaves us in an interesting spot. We could take Khmer. I'm pretty keen to do that as well. So much so that we might just have a look at our star situation. We're close to a few key gold stars, so I think we'll probably be taking a couple more turns. I mean, at the very least, I want to get gold scientist, and naturally we'll get the gold builder ones as well, just for that huge fame. Speaking of, take a look at how well we're catching up. And I honestly attribute it to us waiting around a bit longer, foregoing our first choice of culture, and instead going for gold. Oh, the independent people of Nock look to have disappeared. So what we're going to do is snake back down to where they used to be, because they have a wonder here, right? They literally have the Great Barrier Reef. And this, which used to be their pearls, nah, they belong to no one. Woof, look at this harbour, plus 26 food on this territory. See, and so now, if we attach this up to this city here, all of a sudden, this city is eating like absolute kings. Let's expel 2 population to finish the pyramids this turn. That's super good for us. And then I suppose queue up another one of our uniques. And this city is just becoming an absolute mammoth of one. We also are well below our city cap though, so it's probably worth building a new city whenever we can. Gonna send our ragtag army up this way because there is more land, you guessed it, to be hoovered up. Okay, this is looking pretty good. I'd quite like to get that one. Buy all of these wonderful luxuries and, of course, our super good harbours. This territory is surging ahead. I think what I might do is maybe make this one a city so that we have a city on a different continent. The Harappans have now moved into the English, as you would totally expect them to do. And because we've got some technological upgrades, we can actually upgrade my scouts now into some reasonable units. So we might use our pretty pennies on that. But first, a word from our sponsor, My Religion. Let's have a look through and see what we can pick up. +5 food on Harbour actually isn't terrible on Blitz mode. It's a lot better than some other things. But let's go for the +5 science on research quarters. It's a really good one that should surge our research quarters up. But first, before you rage at me for forgetting, let's also change to... I'm feeling kind of Shinto today. Let's do Shintoism and grab some fancy new holy sites. Also, looking at the tech tree, man, I would love to get 3-masted ship, but I guess for the time being, we probably could go military architecture. That'll let us merge cities together. Then let's pop back through and get craftsmanship and rhetoric. There's some really good infrastructure upgrades there. And then I might go theology and seafaring mastery to prepare us for 3-masted ship. Boom, and our scouts become knights. And then our knights will ride off and claim hopefully even more land for us, right? We'll bounce down here, claim this island. This knight is roaming along this way. There's a discovery for you. Brilliant. Looks like we got a bit of science and influence out of it, which we need because we do need to start building some cities. Okay, how are we doing in terms of our fame? 4 more technologies would get me my gold star there. And then I'm not too worried about the rest of these. So what I might do is find a... Ooh. There's someone we could fight for some easy military stars, though. Maybe we do that. Oh, actually though, I've got enough influence to make a city, so like I say, let's make this old city, which used to be the barbarian tribe of Nock, into a new city for us. Great success. We will, I think, get a holy site down here so that we can start emanating our influence out of this territory as quickly as possible. So I'm going to smash that holy site there. As per usual, get the gang onto it, right? Literally, it'll just take a turn if we put Feng Zhao on it, so that's super quick. And then we'll probably build our districts, attach up this territory, get the same going on up there. Looks like a juicy spot for a couple of research quarters in here too. So let's do that. We'll make a little science hub around this new city. I quite like to specialize my new cities, and because it's got all of its infrastructure in place, it will benefit quite a lot from doing that. So let's do it. And then, of course, let's help it continue in its quest to expand by claiming even more land. And just to ensure that we get our scientist stars a little bit quicker, I'm going to go to the capital and actually suggest that instead it goes on to collective mines for 5 turns, turning all of its industry and money into science. Brilliant. And here is a new coloured border. We'll sneak across the border and grab their discovery, but who is this? An unknown orange player. Okay. Let's send our knight in. Hope that we don't send a knight in. Oh my goodness. What the? Collective mines! What just happened? I think I just got about 5 ticks. That surely must be my star. I think I don't need to wait around for that anymore. It's the Maya. It is Hagreed Guy, a careful, trusting, vindictive player who would like a non-aggression pact. I will accept that, and I will also propose that we trade luxuries. Why? Because I want them all, right? Look how good these are. Mercury will provide us with plus 4% science on all of our cities, and we'll hoover up 3 of those. Silk is... Oh, we already have a lot of silk. In fact, I think this gives us... Whew! Plus 12 industry now on our makers' quarters. Those are super important. We'll hoover up all of their incense as well. What's that going to do for me? Trade king plus 15% gold and a cheeky little bit of salt because I am fairly salty. Woof. And I think I'll just give this city up here the infrastructure that it needs and then give it some really powerful makers' quarters just to ensure that we have a little bit of industry production going on up here. Every city does need a little bit of industry to make it workable at the very least, right? And I might put this knight on auto explore. It can go off and explore the mysterious unknown world of the Orange Empire. Now, stars. Yep. It's probably time. It's probably time to move. Let's move. Can we pick someone super strong? Yes. And now, in this case, I'm kind of tossing up between either Khmer, because we haven't chosen an industrial culture yet. We can get plus 1 industry per pop from their district, so it has a wonderful ability to scale throughout the game. Also, plus 3 industry on our makers' quarters is fantastic. The other one I'm thinking about is the Umayyads, though, because they would let us rush through into another era and give us some faith. I think they're a reasonable pick, but I'm going to choose the Khmer. I never really get to play them, so come on, come here! Give me them. Welcome to the medieval era. Come here! So we're playing as, which is great because we can absolutely get gold builder stars relatively quickly. That'll give us a huge amount of fame. Look, there's one already, purely just from how well we did in the last era. That's a fight I can't win, so I'm just going to retreat with my knight. However, we did find another natural wonder. I also wonder about us claiming this territory. Do we have anyone nearby who could do it? Actually, this retreating knight may be the one. However, here's a wonder I didn't realize I had. Great. I'm also focusing on what I consider to be the new world, but looks like it actually isn't, because we've found another player in the game, Dark Green, is here. Let's quickly establish a claim on this land next to them. Hoover up some resources. This is a really foodie territory. Jeepers. And seeing as Green is here, let's upgrade these scouts into some knights. And just make sure we can defend ourselves. Also, though, super important that we get these berets built, right? These things are going to really rocket up. Wow. Look at this. 41 industry in an area where we don't even have any makers' quarters to really benefit from it yet, right? This is sort of our first significant investment, anyway, in industrial production in our cities. And what an investment it is. I love the fact that we're getting a lot of sometimes influence, sometimes science from them as well. It's a nice little benefit that we've managed to build up over time more than anything. Atheni, and finally, this city over here, which has got a whole lot of stuff queued up. But it should be able to get through its queue because I note that a lot of the stuff it's trying to build is actually industrious. So hopefully that works in its favor. It's actually a massive city. Okay, so I have enough influence to research a wonder or build a city, but I reckon we go for the wonder. I'm really tempted to take Angkor Wat because it gives us +1 food per faith. Angkor Wat is so strong, and if you haven't seen my wonder tier list, then you may not realize, but it's just so good because it allows us to actually get some benefit from our ongoing faith generation. It is for that reason that I'm going to grab the Angkor Wat. It's 450 influence, which isn't terrible. Let's jump on it. And probably, for the case of Angkor Wat, we probably want to build it in our capital city. We probably do want to focus fire in a little bit there. We also could get land rights, which could be super good, but we don't really need that just yet. So let's ignore that for the time being. I might spend a little bit of money to burst my way through this infrastructure. Even actually, I'm kind of willing to sacrifice a couple of populations. The city wasn't growing anyway, and now that I've expelled a few people, it is. So that's totally fine with me. And then we'll queue up Angkor Wat! Somewhere useful for the city. Let's do it out here in this fairly industrial and realistically land that we're probably never going to build anything on. Actually, I might do it here to get a bit of food too. Nice. And as per usual, let's get everybody in on this action. Smash it out in 2 turns. Also, we can move through to tier 3. So we're keeping up, at least, with the AI. They've bet us to pure idleness, which is the big one in terms of industry. By and large, tier 3, actually not very good, right? Most of these benefits kind of suck. I'm going to go for +2 money per trade routes because we're doing quite a bit of trading. And let's also, because I remembered, change the look to Buddhism, I think. Oh, wow. Green and red are on this island with me. This is a bit of a cluster. Okay. We'll attach up that territory, get it within the walls of this city. And actually, maybe we might just want to embark and head up this way. See if we can grab this island up here. Also probably want to grab this one down here. And I reckon we queue up another holy site here just to really push the sway not only of our religion but also of our societal influence as well. So I'm going to do that and just like literally just like smash it down in this territory as sort of an aggressive forward outpost, if you will. I'm not sure. I guess I send this knight up here, claim the last 2 of these territories in the middle. I would like to, really desperately like to get at least 1 more city online. So let's go smash through all of these technologies. Why not? Just hoover everything up. And there we go. Our scientist stars are going to be no trouble. Again, we're not really earning our militarist ones. That is probably my most significant weak point, actually, right now, is I'm being unable to get them. Now, I could go fighting, right? I could send the fight to someone, but we've just got so much trade. We've got so many good relationships at the moment. I sort of don't want to waste them. Send my knight back here to go and at least meet these people so that we can build up a relationship. Right? Let's run into Red's territory for starters. Hello? Anybody home? Send these poor non-upgraded scouts here. And, okay, we've met Red, and they're instantly wanting to fight me, so we'll just retreat out of there. Let's see who they are. It is Mahalo Bay, a careful, trusting, yet vindictive type. Right. Shall we open up some trade? Brilliant. What have you got for me? The real question is, what haven't you got for me? Hello, beautiful. Again, I'm super nervous about these units moving around by themselves, so just gonna move them first in my turn as a priority. Looks like here's probably the best spot for them to disembark, so we'll allow them to do just that. And now we just need to meet dark green. So let's do the same thing again. Let's just mosey on in with a knight and see what they've got to offer. It's the Aztecs. Hello, how are you? Razor dude, you benevolent, trusting, vindictive type you. Let's also offer you some trade. Let's just friendly trade our lives away with everybody. Oh, science stars, builder stars, 5 peaceful dudes. We'll just disembark there and sure, smash that one down. Ooh, another upgrade to our faith. Are we now ahead of the AI? Yes. It was worth investing in those holy sites really quickly because we've surged ahead now into tier 4, which gives us first pick. Plus 50 science on cultural wonders is really good, right? It is absolutely really good. But if you're playing the religious dominance game, I reckon actually donate generously is better because we can get 3 holy sites down. That's triple the faith. And faith we're converting into money. So even though 50 science is great, in reality that's kind of only 1 or 2 research quarters, and if we're using collective minds, that's almost irrelevant entirely. So I'm going to go donate generously for the plus 3 maximum holy sites where all other tenets only offer 1, and we'll finish off with Christianity. Why not? Now I'm going to turn my attention to the capital for a bit. First and foremost, I'm going to hoover up another territory for it, right? I'm going to attach something else to it. So let's attach that. That will let us build another unique district for literally just so much industrial production. It's not even funny. I'm willing to still trade a little bit of my population away to help get some of these districts online a bit quicker, particularly these industrial ones. And then I'm going to smash out some holy sites here in the capital, just to ensure that its stability keeps up, is one thing that I'm considering. Also, I'd like to up some innate faith generation in the capital here too, just to make sure that it does exactly what we want from it. And we've got... what's this? Okay, sure. My one knight has ran into some trouble, but it may be an opportunity for me to get some military stars. Even though it's 1v3, I'm going to try my best because I do outrank these units. Yeah, look at this. Clean kills. If we can kill that unit in 1 turn, you bet we're going to take down this archer in 1 turn. So there's another one. 2 victories towards our military star. Oh, look, and here comes a 3rd one. Thanks very much. Nicely done. Exactly what I wanted, actually. That was really good. Really good. If we could do that in a couple more spots, like this spot, would be away laughing. Anyway, as I was saying, just focusing back in on the capital, just want to make sure that we get our holy sites down. I can move through to the next era. Might just go remind me later, just because we want to at least get our gold builder stars, I think. I reckon I can probably get an expansionist star. The rest will be kind of difficult, although can probably get my agrarian ones as well. Let's just wait a couple of turns. I think time is still on our side. Yet the future version of me questions that. Thank you very much for watching this episode. It's a slightly shorter one than the rest, but trust me, there are juicy things ahead. Do stay tuned for the next one, and let me know if you like this kind of format. I'll see you for part 3.